Everyone. Yeah, this is Kavita this side. And yes, I do the welcome to everyone for this webinar from our IIS. Yes. So this is for the today's session. We are going to see how to perform and what is exactly the SCR. Yes. So I just switch you to my PPT. And okay, so here this is about a topic that we are going to talk. Okay, yeah. Now here is about me. Yes, I'm Kavita, and I'm the trainer and the cybersecurity analyst. And there I have mentioned my executable area. So yes, I involved with the WPT, that's a web application penetration testing. And yes, I perform the SCR, that is the source code review again. Yes, and I do the mobile application testing as well. And yes, that's our DBMS review. And for the same, above mentioned, all the activities I provide the corporate training as well. Yes. And here I added, I'm available at the LinkedIn and the Twitter as well. Yes. So now we move to our topic. Yes. So there are the topics that we are going to cover. So the topics that are, we will see what is the SCR, that's we call the source code review. Yes. Now, to perform this, obviously there is a prerequisite to perform this activity, what we need to study, what we need to prepare, and what the knowledge we need to gather over there. Okay, so that's the point again we are going to see. After that, what is required to perform the SCR activity? So yes. So now here we will discuss how you will handle this project. We can see how you will handle this activity as well and what you will get in hand from your client to perform this SCR. Yes. And then the fourth point that we will discuss the web vulnerability. So yes, so here I gather some of the web vulnerability that occurs due to the weak code. Okay, and then we will perform the SCR demo. We will see how to perform the source code review with one of the free tool, and then we will land on the conclusion. Yes. Now, so yes, so this source code review is what exactly? Yes. So as we everyone know, we everyone perform as a tester, we everyone perform. That's the WPT, that's the web application penetration testing, the API testing, web service testing, and the mobile testing. Okay. So the source code review is again one of the activity which we tester perform. Yes. Now, it's what exactly what we performed over here. Yes. So this activity is involved to fetch out, to check out what are the vulnerabilities exist due to the weak code. Right? Yes. So same thing I mentioned over here again. So is the activity to check out mistake done by developers at code level and the configuration level. Okay. So see now what happened exactly. So most of the companies goes for the SCR process first, and then they go for the WPT testing, that is for the API testing and for the web service testing and for the mobile testing. So the reason is to take first SCR testing is that to fetch out all the weaknesses what done by the developers due to the weak configuration again and some of the code mistake. So to fetch out that vulnerability at code level. Yes. So here, this activity we will perform to check out all the injections, all the excesses, what are the, it's means how it's performed at and how it's weak at our code level. Yes. Now, now the one question is over there. Uh, how the SCR and the WPT is different, right? Yes. So now, as we everyone know, that's in the WPT, whatever the payloads we are using over there, whatever we are trying to exploit over there, it get exploited immediately and we get the result over there, right? But now here in the SCR, we will not have any kind of user interface over there. We will be the code always, right? We will have the code only, and it too will we have to check out how the code is flowing over there and what the logic is implemented over there, how the value is running from the one place to another place. So based on that, based on the logic maintained over there, based on whatever the things is used over there, based on we have to finalize this code is vulnerable for something something. Means what? This code is vulnerable for injection. Yes, this code is vulnerable for IDOR. So that's we have to take a decision on the code level. Okay, now here I'm taking you what are the prerequisites. Yes. So to perform the SCR, prerequisite is the programming knowledge. Yes. We need to collect, we need to increase, we need to gather our programming knowledge. Yes. So that's why I mentioned the programming knowledge is a necessity. You know why? Because when we are dealing with the code, we need to understand what are the keywords over there. And now see in our code, each and every keywords carries with the scope. Okay. Now, if we are saying so, the keyword there are lots of the keywords involved over there: public, static, and what the final, all the keywords are running with the some of the scope. So that's we need to understand. Okay. And then later on, I mentioned that is the program flow, functional flow, and the looping. Yes. So we have to understand how the program is means running over there, how the function is executing, and what is the loop is maintained over there. Now, as we know, the program flow means is there anything is executing before before the something to get execute, right? Yes. So if we are asking about some of the object over there and that object is responsible to take you to the next level, means for example, if that object is responsible to open the file, any one of the file from your application, but that object is not checking what the previous task, otherwise what the previous work, what the previous whatever you assigned is performed by that object or not. So that's again come under the R program flow. So yes, so that's again we need to check over there and how the function is maintained over there, how the function is created over there, and how what the function variables are carrying and what the variables are responsible for what. Yes, here we can involve the looping again. So yes, why? Because the looping is why? Because there, as we everyone know, so loop we use for the execute same thing for a number of the time. Yes, but there are the chances too of the stack overflow, otherwise the integer overflow, integer underflow, any one of the data type is it's like there are chances to come the overflow over there. So yes, so we need to understand the looping work as well. So how the loop is working over there is the loop is dependent on the user's value. Okay, so when the user will enter the value, then my loop will work out. Okay, but what will happen if the user is entering the some malicious value and some of the value which where the loop will sometimes stop over there and it will not react as we want. So for that purpose, we need to know how the loop is working again, right? Yes. After that, I added, after that, after that, I added the understanding logic, right? So we need to understand how the logic is implemented over there. Why? Because there we know the logical exceptions against involved over there. Why? Because if any one of the value, if we are asking to divide by the zero, so obviously that's we know it's simple logic that's none of the value will divide by the zero, and any one of the logical error is we are getting from the application. So obvious that we need to understand how the logic means what the logical exceptions will occur from that given code snippet. Yes. And then later on, I mentioned the exception handling. Yes. So exception handling is again the very much important. Why? Because if we are getting any one of the mistake with the exception handling. So entire result can be in the front of the user's screen. Right? Yes. Why? Because as we know, whenever we are seeing the exception is throwing directly the exceptions object. So yes, so it's throwing entire information about our application on the user screen. So we have to understand how the exception handling is going on this application. Yes. Now, later on, that mention over there, that is the thread processes. So yes, so how the threads are processing over there. So how the application is taking that thread, how the application, now see, the application is involved with the multiple tasks and each and every task called as a thread. So we have to understand how the thread is crafted over there. Is none of the thread is lacking over there? Otherwise, means is there any chances that any both of the thread will work over, will run together, and some of the problem will raise over there? So yes, so we have to understand what is a thread again and how it will execute the thread and what will happen if the sum of the thread will go on the sleep mode. Otherwise, if it's waking directly the sudden, and what will happen if the user is firing, if the user is asking for particular action and the thread will get invoked, right? So yes, so for that purpose again we need to understand the thread process as well. So yes, so the second last point is logging process. Yes, now the logging is a very important concept for our application. Obviously, that's why everyone know whatever the user is performing, each and everything need to get logged. So how the log is maintained over there, and even logs is storing what kind of data. Now in our field, that's we know the log will not allowed to maintain to store any sensitive information about the as it can be users credential, otherwise it can be users personal information. It's not supposed to allowed to store over there. So again, yes, we have to understand how the log is running and what the log is processing and what the log is storing again, and when the log is working, right? And what is storing again. Yes. Yes. And the last point that I mentioned over there, that is the dependencies of file. Yes. So dependencies of file, that's one topic comes over there in the programming language. It's that's we call the hierarchy. Right? Yes. It's again the one of the OOPS concepts. So that topic clear us what how the files are engaged with them and how the files are using the resource, are using the methods, are using the variables of another file, and how they are mapped to each other. So yes, so that's again we need to understand why, because the thing is what happened when we are performing the SCR, and if somewhere if I'm getting one of the variable which is showing some of the sensitive information, but that variable is coming from the different files. So I need to understand. So yes, definitely we need to understand how this variable is running from the different file to the another file. So where it's getting mapped and where the mitigation is required exactly. Why? Because when we are seeing this variable is showing the sensitive information on the page, but this variable is coming from what file, right? So obvious that we need to understand how the variable is coming and what the file is responsible to call that variable in this file. So yes, so for that purpose, the dependencies of file we need to understand, and how the files are mapped, how the files are executing in from the application. That's again we need to understand. So yes, so these are the some of the points I mentioned that's we require to understand to perform the SCR, right? Yes. So the programming language is important, the knowledge that the programming language knowledge is important to perform this SCR. Okay, now I'll just take you to the next slide. So next slide my showing is what you will get when you are performing the SCR. Yes. Now that's why everyone know. If I want to perform the web application penetration testing, and if we are going to perform the web application penetration testing, obvious is depend upon the types of the penetration testing, that is gray box, white box, black box. Okay. So yes. So the main thing is what we will get the URL, right? We get the URL to perform the WPT, and same if we are performing the mobile testing. So yes, we will get the APK, and yes, we will get the IPA file. And if you're performing the API testing and the web service testing, yes, we are going to get the link over there. Now, here, what we will get? Yes, here, here you will be engaged with code only. Means this slide means you will, otherwise we will not get any user interface. Any user interface will be not present over there. We will engage with code only, right? So the code only means what? These are some of the example file I mentioned over there. Okay. So when we are performing the SCR for client, client supposed to share logic file with us, configuration file with us, right? Now here, there I mentioned some of the files. So yes, so if we are performing the SCR for .NET application, yes, we will get some of the config files, some of the CS file and JS file, and yes, the machine.config file again we will get. And yes, if we are performing the SCR for IIS application. So yes, so we will get the .h.m file over there. And if we are performing for the PHP, yes, we will get the PHP file. Now see, now this idea we need to keep with us. This knowledge we need to keep with us if I am going to perform the SCR for any one of the technology. So what are the logic files comes for that project, and what are the configuration files comes for that project, right? Now, company means the client will share this file with you. Okay, you will have that the code file and the configuration file with you, and based on that file, we have to perform the testing. We have to find out, is there any code is vulnerable for injection? Is there any code line is vulnerable for security misconfiguration? Right? Yes. So this some of the files that we will get over there. So yes, so obvious before performing, we need to gather the information about each and every technology. So if there is a Java project, so what the file we will be supposed to get from the client, and what the file will contain what data. Okay. Yes. So this things I added over there, some of the files I added over there. Yes. Now this is one of the very interesting slide I created. Yes. Now we everyone know. Okay, so we are getting the okay. So application is a vulnerable injection. Application is a weak for sensitivity to exposure, and yes, the application is weak for the security misconfiguration. So now we know we say the application is a weak. Most of the weaknesses we get from the weak code and weak configuration, right? So if application is running with the weak code and the weak configuration, are 70 or 80% application count as the vulnerable, count as the weak. Okay. Now I mentioned over there some of the weaknesses. So what the weaknesses I mentioned over there? Now this side I mentioned that's our well-known word. Well-known word is what? SQL injection and the code injection. Yes. So we say the SQL injection and the code injection. So suppose if in the case of the WP3, if we are getting any one of the user interface, okay, and there we are trying to enter the credentials, otherwise we are trying to enter any one of the value what the application is asking me. So yes, so how we performed over there, we try to enter the some of the malicious data over there, and we will see how the application will react based on this. Yes, so the same vulnerability you will get as a code is potential for injection. Okay, you will get code is potential for injection. So when the application is saying, when the code is saying, when the our source file is saying is potential for injection, so we have to manually check how the code is running and what the variable is saying is the potential for injection, and what the line is saying is the potential for injection. Yes. So there we have the excesses again that's we know cross-site scripting. Yes, so cross-site scripting is again raised due to the weak code only. Yes, so if my code is weak, my application will show as my application is vulnerable for cross-site scripting. Yes. So what the mitigation we provide for that? So the same mitigation we provide. Yes, you have to perform the encoding. You have to perform the escaping. Yes, this and this library you have to maintain. So mitigations we provide all what code level, right? Yes, at the configuration level again we provided some of the mitigation that we have to take care about the HTTP response header again. Yes, yeah. And another one thing that I added over there, unvalidated redirects and forward. Yes, so unvalidated redirects and forward is what exactly? That's we everyone know. If one of the link is saying me, okay, when you will click over there, I'll land you to the Facebook, otherwise I'll land you to the yahoo.com, right? But what will happen if we are trying to temper that area? Right? What will happen if I'm trying to edit the address of it? So yes, so what is happening? So it's called as an unvalidated redirects and forward. Right? So what the mitigation we provide for that? Yes, we have to whitelist all the legitimate address to where you want to send your user. So that's again the mitigation we provide at the code level as well. Right? So yes. So another one thing is that's the security misconfiguration. Yes, the security misconfiguration that everyone know. If the application is developed, otherwise the application is running with the default security, that's we count as the security misconfiguration. But yes, but the security comes and land at where? .our XML file. That's our machine config file at our config file. Okay. So again, we provide the mitigation. Yes, you have to perform the setting in this file, in your config file, in your XML file, this and this and this way. So yes. So this again, the weaknesses we have to fetch from the code as well. Another thing that I mentioned over there, that's the sensitive data exposure. That's the well known to us, right? So why the sensitive data exposure over there? Because the somewhere in the application, developer hard coded the path, right? So in one of the file, developer hard coded that path. So that's why the application is vulnerable for sensitive data exposure. So same the mitigation we provide at the code level only. Okay, we say you will not hard code any one of the address, right? You have to generate, otherwise we have to give some random address, otherwise some random path to it. So it will not give the hard coded absolute path. Yes. Now there is in the middle I mentioned that is unrestricted file upload. Yes, so unrestricted file upload, that's we everyone know the file upload functionality everything. Okay, so whenever we are performing the testing and the file upload functionality, okay, so this we try with lots of the way. That's okay. Now let me check is this application is maintaining the extension. Okay, okay. If it's maintaining the extension, let me check the double extension. Okay, this is maintaining. Let me check with the size. Let me check with the content, right? So if we are getting the application is vulnerable for unrestricted file upload, so what the mitigation we provide to it? Yes, the developer, you people need to take care about the upload functionality. You have to validate your extension. You have to validate the size of the file. You have to take care about the double extension as well. Okay, and you have to check is there any one of the data is written over there or not. So each and every mitigation we have to give on code only, right? Yes, then I mentioned the security misconfiguration. So yes, that the same one more I think added over there. Against the improper exception handling, we get the security misconfiguration. Yes, so if the application is not handling the exception in the proper way, in the correct way, in the secure way, so we can say the application is the vulnerable for security misconfiguration. Why? Because it's throwing directly the exception on the page, right? Yes. Now, then we know that so we say is a weak cryptography is provided over there. Okay. Okay. So application is provided the cryptography, but it's a weak. So what we say? We say is outdated cryptography provided. Okay. So we have to give the some strong way to the developer. So strong way on what? On code itself. So yes, so the same vulnerability we get, that is the unsafe encryption pattern use. So when we are getting encryption, that is the unsafe encryption pattern use, that's called what? Weak cryptography. And yes, there I have added some potentially unsafe code again. okay, at the end. So potential unsafe code means what? Yes. So if my application, otherwise in my code application is taking the user input any what? Okay, anything means if the user is entering the system level command again. Okay, if the user is entering the ls, okay, so give the dir. Okay, that's a cat command. All these things. So that's will come under what? Potentially unsafe code. Okay. So this some of the vulnerabilities I gather which raise due to the weak code. And same the mitigation we provide for the weak code as well. Okay. So it was that. Now, okay. Now the interesting point, how to do it, right? How we can do it? Yes. Now we know the SCR is what? Yes, the SCR is that we have to fetch the weaknesses of code. Okay, due to what? We can decrease the number of vulnerabilities from the WPT activity, from the mobile testing activity. That's about. And what is the prerequisite for SCR? That's again we checked. And yes, how means so what we will get, what we will have if we are going to perform the SCR. Okay, what the file we need to gather from our client and how to maintain that as well. And what is the interesting part of our SCR is what to fetch out the vulnerabilities, what the vulnerabilities we give, we process in our WPT activity. Yes. Now the next question is what? How to do it? Yes. So how we will perform this activity? Yes. We have to perform this activity automated plus manual. Okay, automated plus manual. So there we have some tools again exist over there. So there are lots of the tools are available for different languages, for different vulnerabilities, for different weakness. So lots of the tools are available over there. That's the tools we can use, right? And but yes, scanning my code from the tool, we have to check the manual with file again. Why? Because again, we have to provide the proper mitigation to the developer, right? And then we have to understand how the flow is going over there. Why? Because the thing is what happened when we are performing the SCR and when we are performing our Excel sheet to deal with the our developers, we have to sit with them, we have to talk with them, and we have to explain the code, what how the code come will count is vulnerable for injection, right? For that purpose, obviously, we need to know how the code is working, how the code is running, and why it's saying it's weak for this vulnerability. Okay, so yes, so this activity comes with the automated and the manual as well. Now, for the automated, I would like to share you some of the tools. Okay, this is not only the tools exist. There are lots of the tools are exist. So I'll just take you on the link again, so you can take the ideas. So if you're doing the practice to perform the SCR, so you can take the information. Okay, so if I want to perform the practice SCR for my C sharp, if I want to perform the practice sorry CSR for my PHP, so the tool will help out you. Okay, so now these are the tools. Yes, there are some purchase tools are available over there. Some free tools again are available over there. These are the tools I mentioned, which are the purchase one. Okay, and now there I'll just take you again on this slide. Okay, so I'm just taking you to the demo first. Okay, so we are going to see the demo now. How we can perform this. Okay. Okay, now here. Now this is one of the free tool is available. Yes, friends, you again can use this tool. This called the Visual Code Gripper. It's a freely available and we can use this tool. I'll just tell you, this tool will help out you. I'll just take you to the here. There is a setting tab we have. And this tool will help out you to perform the SCR for these given languages. Okay. So even for the practice purpose, again, you can use this tool. Even for your project, again, you can use this tool, right? Now, the thing is what? There you can perform the SCR for PHP, VB, C Sharp, PL SQL, Java, C and CPP as well, okay? So the previous, what we have to do, we have to set the language first, then we have to attach our file over there, okay? So I'll just show you what the file I gather for this. Okay, I'm just taking you. Okay. I just minimize all these things first. Okay, I'm just taking you to the main folder. Main folder is this folder. Okay, so now here in this folder, I gather all the CS file. Okay, this all the CS file I gathered from the .NET project over there. Okay, so there I have add one of the config file as well. Okay, for our practice purpose and some of the CS file as well I gather over there. Okay, now I just take you to our tool. So there is a tool and yes, so initially when you will open is a default selection, it will show you the C and CPP. So now I want to select the C sharp. Okay, so I'm selecting the C sharp. As we can see over the language is the C sharp. Okay, so we can add this files. Okay, so I'll just take you here. Now, there's a single file again, my friends, you can add over there, and the entire folder again we can add over there. So I prefer to add the entire folder. So this is my folder. I'm just adding on it. Okay, so as we can see, all the files added over there. So we are able to see all the files. So I am just going to say on the scan, I'm saying full scan for us. So it will scan the full. Now it's a scanning for us. And now I'm saying OK for this. So as we can see, there is a list of the vulnerabilities we are getting. Okay. Okay. Now see, now it's showing us the severity again. Okay, this critical severity is showing. That is the medium severity is again it's showing. Okay, so we can take a that much serious to our vulnerabilities what we are getting at code level. Okay, now I'll just help out you how you will understand this and how you can see this line. Otherwise, in this file, this particular line. Uh, can be the potential for SQL injection. Okay, so we'll just take a one of the example for from this output. So there we are getting okay. This code is a potential for unsafe code. Why? Because it is saying the SQL injection. Okay, so where it is saying the SQL injection, this is the line number we have, and this line number we are getting from this file, and this is the address of our file. Okay, so I'm just taking you to this file. So this is FRN main CS. So yes, this is the file and I'm opening in the notepad pp. Okay. Now, okay, I'll just see the close for this. And what the parameter is saying it's vulnerable for this? This line is saying. Okay, so line number is a 1716. So I'll just take you to the 1716. Okay, we will just jump to the 1716 line on the exact line what it highlighted for us. 1716. Okay, we have to go up. Okay, here we are. Okay, so this line is saying is potential for SQL injection. Now, yes, my friend, this is the syntax for our .NET. And in our .NET, we have the SQL command. Okay, and the SQL command carries two values. So the two values it carries. So what the two values it carries? It carries one of the str SQL and another one is a cn connection. Okay. So when we are saying to execute the SQL command needs two things within it. So what it require? It require the one is a SQL query and another one is a connection. So with the given connection, it will execute the SQL query. Now see, as we everyone know, we are saying okay, the application is vulnerable for SQL injection. So definitely the thing is comes in our mind. Okay, means there is some of the SQL syntax is written over there which is not correct, and we can try our payloads against it, right? So yes, so based upon our understanding that we know the SQL query is a weak for the SQL injection. So this is the center point for us. Okay, so I'm just taking you to the str SQL. So we just want to know how the str SQL is created over there. So I'm just selecting this. I'm just going to the find. Okay, this is the thing I want to find. I'm just selecting on the find. Okay, so now yes, we have it. We are seeing over there. This is the insert product. Okay, this is the SQL query we are seeing over there. Means something is inserting in their product table. And what they are inserting? Yes, they are inserting with full of the concatenation, and these are the areas to put the values in that. Right. So we have to take one of the area over there. Why? Because there we can say, we can consider if this query is for insert. So there we can guess, okay, it can be the any one of the registration page. Okay. Any one of the form can be over there, which is asking, okay, insert your information, and as the user will insert the information, as it is as it is the information entered by our user will store in the product table. Okay, so these are the area is given where your user will enter the information. But what we are seeing, this area is a concatenate here. Okay, so we will just target one of the area. So I'm just selecting this one of the area, and I just search for this. Okay, so we want to check how this area is created over there. Okay, obviously this is one of the text box, but we want to check how the text box is taking the value from the user and asking for the insert purpose, right? So I'm just clicking on the find next. Yes, we are going up. This is a line. Okay, now there, clicking on the next again we are going up. So as what we are seeing over there, okay, this is the same this is the same what we are searching. It's using with the some word wrap, visible, text align, tab, index, means obvious they are decorating this area. Okay, so that's not important for us. So yes, so tab, index, again the size we are seeing over there. And yes, so they designed this area exactly, they designed this. So this is a max length multiple line, that's where everyone knows the location is given, img mode is given, accessible name is given over there, but we are not getting we are searching for. This is the decoration area we are getting. Okay, now at the end we land over there. So now I just click one more time. Okay, so the same area. Okay, so this is the area again we are getting. Okay, wow, what we are seeing over there. Okay, now see, this is the text unit price, and this is the object of what? Text box. Okay, this is the object of the text box, and this is one of the area which is asking user enter the unit price. Okay, and this is a text area, this is object of the text box. And in the entire code, as we searched based on our search, we have not seen anywhere this txt unit price is performing some validation, right? Is it performing some sanitization? No, we have not seen anything. So whatever the user will enter the value, as it is the value will go for the insert purpose. Yes, hope you are getting this, right? This is very interesting. Now The thing is what happening, the object is created and directly it's just sent it for the designing purpose of obvious from the front end they added the design over there and directly as it is the value is going for the insert purpose. Means there is no any validation is performed on this area, okay, on this value what the value they are accepting from the user. So yes, so we can say now see, instead to put the unit price user can insert the first of it. That's our basic practice, we know, right? Yes, user can put the any one of the r vanilla, right? R vanilla set, okay, that is the 1 = 1, right? So yes, so lots of the things user is free to insert over there. Yes, so that's why this area, this line is saying is a potential for injection. Hope we are getting this. Yes. Now, so the rest of the thing same we can consider. I'll just take you again over there. Okay, so hope we understood how you can figure out what the line is saying is a potential for injection and why is the same, right? As we checked out, it's applied only the design over there, and then later on it's applied, it's used only for the insert query, and in between we have not seen anything is performing the validation, anything is happening with that user entered value, nothing is happening, right? So yes, so user is free to insert any type of value, and the any type of value will take place in the table product one, right? Yes. So rest of the things, yes, we can practice over there. Rest of the thing same over there. Okay. So I'll just take you to the new category. Yes. So this is severity is the medium, and what is it saying? It's the unsafe code .NET debugging enable. Okay. So this this tool, this is a VCG tool, is telling us in this page .NET debugging is saying the enable, right? So where it is saying the enable, okay, is a line number 45 and the web.config file we have. We will go there. Okay, we will confirm this. Yes, each and every findings we supposed to confirm as what we confirmed over there. So the line number is what? 45. Yes, we are getting here. Immediately got here. Right. Okay. So there it's a compilation debug. It's saying the true. Now, my friends, as we everyone know, we always recommended the developers keep your debug mode off, right? We have to say false for this. Why? Because if the debug mode is a true over there, each and everything can be on the screen of the users, right? Yes, so this is the mitigation we provide over there. So hope we clear this, we understood this, how you can figure out the vulnerabilities and how and how you can tackle that vulnerabilities, how you can land on that file, and how you can say this is the vulnerable for this and this, right? So yes. So it was about the demo, right? Now I'll just take you to this slide. So these are the tools are available over there. Okay, so as I use the VCG is one of the free tool is available over there. So I just take you one of the link which you will help out you to understand. Okay, I just bookmark that. I'll tell you. Okay, I have this address which is saying the top most popular code review tool. Yes. There There we have some of the tools. So that's the tools will give you the entire idea how to use and what to use or what the language we can use over there, right? Yes, it's a saying that is a free web-based code review tool. This is the freely available for us. Yes, this again. Okay. This one again. Yes, Redact code is again is available over there. And yeah, yes. With the PHP again, I would like to show you the demo, right? So this is the .NET. I'll just take you to the PHP. Okay, so before that, I just need to select my language over there. Okay, so I'm just selecting it, and I'll just take you to my PHP project. So now it will become easy to understand. You know, now once already we have done the project. Okay, so I'll just take you to my this folder. This is my sample folder I gather over there. Now is it? Yes, this is a trial app. So the trial app I'm taking over there now. Okay, 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 okay. Let me go directly from here. I just go there. Yes. Now I'm saying full scan for this. My file is selected. I'm saying full scan for this. So as what we are saying, okay, it's a medium, only the two file I added over there for the trial purpose. Yes. So what is it saying? Is a potential for excesses, and yes, it's a potential for excesses. So in this page, we have in this folder we have the one of the home.php, and what is the message is saying to us? The application appears to reflect the data to the screen with no apparent validation or or sanitization. Yes. So then what we can see over there, it was not clear if this variable is controlled by the user. Now, this is one of the line that we can check manually again. So I'll just take you to the home page. NPP, the line number, what we got is a 10. Yes, it's a 10, and it's directly showing the user input, right? So in this previous code for this same variable, we are not seeing any one of the sanitization, any one of the validation is performing for user variable, right? So yes, so that's why it's not a guarantee what the user will enter over there. So yes, so the no validation we are seeing over there. So that's why the R tool is saying it's a weak for this. Even the manually again we supposed to check. Yes, we are not seeing any one of the validation is performing before this line to perform the echo. Okay, to perform the echo before this line, I am not getting any one of the validation is performed for this user variable, right? Yes. So this is the way again, my friends, you can perform, right? Now, yes. So there now we are landing to our conclusion. So conclusion is what? Yes. So we need to understand the programming language. We need to keep the knowledge about the programming language again. So against our SCR, from our SCR, we can gather the weaknesses. We can find out the weaknesses manually as well, right? So yes, now this is last slide from my end. So thank you so much, my friends. Thanks a lot for attending my session. Hope you enjoyed my session, and my session you got very interesting and the knowledgeable, and definitely it will help out you whenever you are performing the SCR project. And if you are right now involved with any one of the SCR project, just go through this thing. Okay, Just try to find out the vulnerabilities this way. And yes, definitely, best of luck for your SCR as well. Thank you so much. Have a great day and have a great SCR projects. Yes, bye.
Congrats.